again. Listen, frase curiosa, importante y no tan fácil. They wouldn't have made up had I not encouraged them to. They wouldn't have made up had I not encouraged them to. They wouldn't have, no habrían hecho las paces. Escuchad, they wouldn't have made up. To make up, además de maquillarse, es hacer las paces. Anda, besaos y hacer las paces. Kiss and make up, to make up. No han hecho las paces todavía. They haven't made up. Simply make up, hacer las paces. They wouldn't have made up. No habrían hecho las paces de no haberles animado a ello. Escuchad, they wouldn't have made up had I not. De no haber yo. If I had not, es otra forma de decirlo. Had I not encouraged them to. Vaya tela. Had I not encouraged them to. Hello again. Listen, difficult sentence. They wouldn't have made up had I not encouraged them to. Oh, a mí me cuesta también. They wouldn't have made up had I not encouraged them to. Yeah. Hicieron las paces. Yeah, pero no lo habrían hecho si yo no les hubiera animado a ello, eh? Yeah, gracias a mí, eh? They made up. They're together again. But they wouldn't have made up. They would not have. No habrían hecho las paces de no haber intercedido yo o intervenido yo para animarlos, alentarlos a juntarse de nuevo. They wouldn't have made up. They wouldn't have. They would not have. Fijaos cómo lo digo yo de corrido. They wouldn't have. They wouldn't have. Wouldn't have. No lo digáis vosotros, ¿eh? Pero así se oye en muchas partes del mundo anglosajón. They wouldn't have made up. They wouldn't have made up. They wouldn't have. Aquí es difícil, ¿eh? La fonética inglesa para el oído, cosa difícil. They wouldn't have made up. They wouldn't have made up had I not encouraged them to.
Ole! Hello, amigos. It's a great day in Spain, as always, but my friends seem a little bit disappointed. Decepcionados, disappointed about my party, my Spanish party. But the thing is, there wouldn't have been a Spanish party if I hadn't organized it. There wouldn't have been a Spanish lunch if I, Wayne, hadn't organized it. That's right, there wouldn't have been a party if I hadn't organized it. It's the third conditional. There wouldn't have been a party if I hadn't organized it. But, you see, Margaret was upset. She said she wouldn't have come if she had known there would be olives, because she hates olives. No Spanish person hates olives. Margaret. And Zach said that he wouldn't have come if he had known there would be ham, because he hates ham. Who hates ham? Ham is wonderful. Now, you would have come, right? Come on. You're Spanish. You would have come if I had invited you, right? Wouldn't you?
Hi again. Yeah, remember, they wouldn't have made up had I not encouraged them to, eh? Me, eh? I am the catalyst en su reconciliación. O sea, habían roto y ahora han hecho las paces. Yes. To make up has many meanings, but to make up means hacer las paces, reconciliar entre amantes o entre amados, entre lo que sea. To make up. De hecho, hay una frase hecha en inglés muy corriente. Kiss and make up. Anda, besaos y hacer las paces. Reconciliar. Okay, so they wouldn't have made up had I not encouraged them to make up. They wouldn't have made up. They wouldn't have made up. Okay, the word of the day. En este caso, un verbo compuesto. Phrasal verb. To take over. To take over es apoderarse del gobierno por derrocamiento. We're going to take over the government. Pero más bien se dice en otros contextos también. Es te relevo de tus funciones. I'll take over for you. No te preocupes. Yo me ocupo yo de momento. Descansa un poco y luego vienes. I'll take over for you. To take over.
Hi guys, Felicity here. It's time for Felicity's tip of the day. Okay, so my tip of the day is always make up with your friends. Oh guys, I'm not talking makeup, no. Make up, become friends again. Always make up with your friends after you've had an argument. Friends are very important and you should always make up with your friends. Okay, repeat with me. You should always make up with your friends. Excellent. Say, even if we've had a fallout, even if we've had an argument, I always make up with my friends. Oh, perfect. Well done. I'll give you an example. Last week, Wayne Spain said he wasn't going to go to a bullfight with me because he wanted to go with his Spanish friends. So I called him a tall buffoon. But afterwards, I said sorry. And we played Scrabble and we made up. We're friends again. We made up. Phew. And yesterday, George said he didn't want to play board games with me. So I called him a weirdo. But then we made up. Friends are important because friends are fun, fun, fun.
Hi. They wouldn't have made up had I not encouraged them to. The verb to encourage is animar, alentar. Sí puede, sí podéis reconciliar, por favor. I was encouraging them, but they wouldn't have made up if I hadn't encouraged them to. El to, como un apéndice al final ahí, colgado, se entiende to make up. Make up se entiende. They wouldn't have made up had I not encouraged them to make up. Pero no hay que repetir make up, se dice el to, se deja el to. They wouldn't have made up had I not encouraged them to. ¿Y por qué digo had I not? ¿Por qué no digo if I hadn't? Los dos valen. Y en castellano tenéis dos formas. Si no les hubiera animado, o de no haberles animado, o sea, tenéis en castellano también las dos formas. Y decimos, if I hadn't encouraged them, or had I not encouraged them. If I had known, or had I known. If he had seen, or had he seen, both are very common and both are very correct. Had I not encouraged them to.
Well, it's that time of year again where we have to announce the Employee of the Month. The Employee of the Month gets an award. And this month it goes to it goes to Harriet, it goes to me. The Employee of the Month, of course, it goes to me. I mean, hello. So I'd like to give a few words, give a small speech, but I only have half a minute, so I'm gonna have to speak pretty clearly. So, first of all, I'd like to thank, of course, myself, but I mean, apart from that, had it not been for all the important people in my life, I wouldn't have been able to get this award. That's right, say it with me. Had it not been for all the important people in my life, I wouldn't have received this award. So that's true, but also, had it not been for my excellent managerial skills, had it not been for the way that I encourage my staff, had it not been for the way that I motivate my team, well, this hotel wouldn't be what it is. Had I more time, well, I would thank more people, but that's all I've got time for.